This is the beginning of the video. My entire life, I've been a depressed person. But a lot of people try to tell me that I'm not a depressed person, but those people are liars and should be stoned. Mom, every night before I go to sleep, I feel angry because I feel like I'm a waste of space. And every morning when I wake up, I feel disappointed because I have to do this again. And when I say this, I mean my life. Every single day. For at least the last 10 years, that's 50% of my life. 50% is an F. I get an F at being happy. But I don't know, maybe everybody else seems to know me better than I do. Maybe I'm just stupid. Once when I was 14, I was in a workshop and the guy running the workshop said, "Every morning I'm faced with the same struggle. Do any of you know what that struggle may be?" And then I said, is it whether or not you should actually get out of bed in the morning? And then he said, "No, you sound depressed, skinny child with the big nose." Ha! Uh-oh, that sounds like me. I think the first time in my life where I realized that I may be depressed was when I was in the 3rd grade and I was having a very bad day. I felt alone, I felt alienated from society, I felt secluded into one tiny box. It wasn't the first time, but it was one of the earliest times that I realized that I was different. I explained to my mom that I felt alone and that I didn't have any friends, and she said to me, "Everybody has at least one day in their life where they feel this way. See that guy in that yellow car over there? He's felt like this at least one day too." So little 8-year-old me decided that I was gonna grow up someday and I was going to find that man in that yellow car. I was gonna ask him if he too felt like I did. And now that I'm an adult, I realize that a lot of people have yellow cars, so he might be a little bit difficult to find. I have not found him yet. Maybe I should put an ad out in Craigslist or something, Missed Connections or something, what's it called? For all of you non-depressed people out there, being depressed is kind of like having this really annoyingly sad guy follow you around all day, every day, where no matter what good thing happens to you, he won't let you enjoy it. I just got a promotion at work. Your boss just felt sorry for you because you look so pitiful. Oh. Well, I made a new friend today. He's not your friend. He doesn't even like you. We're not even sure if he knows your name. He never even said it. He probably hates you. Oh, well, I guess that may be true. But I also met a pretty woman today, and she gave me her phone number. Actually, that's way too good to be true. You're probably just on one of those hidden camera shows. It's probably a fake. You should just throw it away. But we all know women never pay attention to me. My depression guy doesn't have to bother me with that kind of stuff. However, the lack of women in my life used to be a significant part of my depression. The rejection that came with every single female I tried to court started to become overwhelming. Over the past 20 years of my life, I've tried to date several women, and none of them have liked me back. What kind of sense does this make? I think I am cursed. Of course, it has nothing to do with the way I look. That's impossible. In actuality, it may have a lot to do with my depression. The types of things that depressed people like to do aren't typically romantic. Hey, you know, if you aren't busy, do you want to come over to my house and binge watch dated anime shows on Netflix? Ew, no, get away from me, you big-nosed limp noodle. Oh, that's cool. You know, whatever. Thanks for your time, though. I love you. And I think every depressed person knows his or her own trigger. For some people, it's even music. If mine was a particular song that enhanced my depression, it would be Creep by Radiohead. If you were ever wondering, what's the quickest way I can ruin William Haynes' day in less than 10 seconds? It's to start playing that song. It is so shamefully relatable, and it makes my self-loathing levels go over 9,000. I wish I was special. You're so freaking special, but I'm a creep. I'm a loser. What the heck am I doing here? I don't belong here. That song certainly encapsulates how I've always felt throughout my life. Like, no matter where I go, I'm just so strange and I don't belong there. I feel like when all babies were in the factory of life, they all got this computer chip placed in their brains on how to be, and I just never got one. They just forgot about me, apparently, and just threw me down the line, and here I am. I've always felt so much different than everybody else, and not in the cool, talented kind of way, but in the lame, can't have a conversation with someone new without them asking me why I am so weird kind of way. I don't know why I am this way, and every time somebody asks me, I just die a little bit inside. Not a day goes by where I don't enter a room and feel like a fish out of water, so out of air, so disconnected. These thoughts are some of the most dangerous thoughts. And I know a lot of people like myself have had even worse thoughts of doing things like hurting themselves. And to be honest with you, I've had them too. Quite frequently, actually, today. Consistently and recently, on a daily basis, I've had thoughts about how easy it would be to just end my life, but I won't do it because somewhere deep under all the alienation and all the weirdness, there's hope. 5 out of 7 days of the week, I don't feel like continuing on with life or just being in general, but for some reason, I do. That's the hope. I know that if I completely gave up on life, I'd never achieve the things in life that I wanted to make me happy, and most of the time, I don't even know what it is that makes me happy, but I want to live life in such a way that someday I will find out what it is that I wanted. The thought of ending my life prematurely does not satisfy me because then I would die not knowing if I truly was special. Deep down inside, I may feel like a creep and a loser and like I don't belong here, but I have hope that I do belong somewhere and I really want to find out where it is. And to all you depressed people out there, please remember that you are your worst enemy. No one thinks of you the way you do. If someone ever spoke to me the way that I speak to myself, they should be jailed and subsequently stoned. I've never hated anything in my life because you cannot ride the Nimbus cloud when your heart is filled with hatred, but the thing that I've come closest to hating is myself. The thoughts you think of late at night when you're all alone aren't true, and if you think that they might be true, please just continue on long enough to prove yourself wrong. In the end, I truly believe that everyone, even a wretch like me, truly belongs somewhere. Thank you.